Canada allows citizens of many countries to enter without the traditional visa for short stays, normally up to 6 months, right? However, most of these visa-free countries must obtain an electronic travel authorization, or the ETA, in order to fly to Canada. So in this video, I'm going to give you some of the visa-free countries to Canada that do not require visa in the year 2026. So make sure to watch this video to the end, as at the end of the day, maybe your country might be in the eligible country. So stay tuned, I'll be back shortly. Alright, welcome back to the channel. The channel is adeja.com. Over here, what we do is we give you detailed information regarding the travel and tour industry. So if you want to learn about various visa applications to your destination countries, whether for study, business, or for tourism and the pleasures, then this is the right platform that you should subscribe to. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button, as you are going to be notified on the videos that we are going to be uploading. So back to the topic for today. So before we go into the eligible countries that has visa-free travel to Canada, what does this visa-free travel to Canada means? So visa-free travel to Canada means that you do not have to apply for a Canadian visa prior to your travel, and then you may need an electronic authorization or an online authorization in order to travel to Canada. So entry is usually for tourism, businesses, or transit, and then you must have a valid passport, return ticket, and meet some entry conditions, right? So important things that you must bear in mind is that visa-free access applies mainly to air travels, and then in some instances entry by land or sea, as this may not require an electronic travel authorization. So let's delve into the countries that can travel to Canada with the ETA or visa-free policy. So first, let's begin with the Europe category. So we have countries in Europe that do not require visas to Canada, or in some instances have to apply for the ETA, and then these countries are Andorra, Austria, Belgium, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark. We have Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Ireland, Italy, Latvia, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, Macau, Monaco, Netherlands, Norway, Poland. We have Portugal, Romania, San Marino, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, United Kingdom, and then the Vatican City. So these are the countries that can travel to Canada without applying for the traditional visa at the embassies, or in some instances apply for the ETA or the electronic travel authorization. Now let's proceed to Asia. In Asia, we have countries like Japan, South Korea, Singapore, Israel, Brunei, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau, and then these are the countries that can travel under an electronic travel authorization or the visa-free policy with Canada. Now in the Americas and Caribbean, we have the United States. In this country, there is no ETA or electronic travel authorization required, as they share border with Canada. So moving back and forth is mostly visa-free. And then also we have Mexico, also we have Chile, we have Barbados, we have Bahamas, we have Antigua and Barbuda, we have St. Kitts and Nevis, we have St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have Trinidad and Tobago. All these countries would have to get an electronic travel authorization prior to their travel to Canada. Now let's move to the Oceania. So we have Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, and then Samoa. So these countries, some of them requires an electronic travel authorizations or visa-free to travel to Canada, right? So as I said earlier, you can stay for up to 6 months, and then final decision is made by the customs and then border officers or the immigration officers. So maybe you might get a shorter stay durations depending on the purpose for which you are visiting Canada. You would have to meet these requirements. Even if visa free, travelers must have a valid passport, apply for an ETA if that applies to your country, and then you must show return onward ticket to prove you'll be returning. And then also in some instances you must demonstrate or prove some financial solvency or financial support in the form of bank statement or financial statement. And then also you must have no criminal or immigration issues. So visa free does not guarantee your entry, as you would have to meet all these requirements before you can travel to Canada. So let's look at some of the frequent questions that people normally ask. So they are saying, is Canada visa free for Africans? No, most of the African countries require a visit visa before they can travel to Canada. And then, do UK citizens need a visa for Canada? No, but they must get an ETA before they can travel to. And then this one also says that, is Canada visa free for Indians? No, Indians would have to apply for visas before they can travel to the country. And then also, how do I apply for an ETA? So mostly ETA is being applied using the IRCC portal or the JCK portal. So I'll soon be doing video on how to create an account on the IRCC portal, which is the government of Canada's portal. So Canada offers visa free entry to over 50 countries, mainly in Europe, Asia, Oceania, and the Americas, and usually with an electronic travel authorization. So if your country is not visa exempt, you must apply for a visitor's visa before traveling to Canada. So always confirm requirements before booking, and then as immigration rules can change from time to time, right? So if you are impressed with today's video, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, as we have a lot more to offer you. The channel has been adeja.com. See you in our next video. Peace out.